We are live.
Hi, welcome to the
In
Western Regional
Surrey, British Columbia. We're watching UVic playing against
Calgary
Calgary.
Mavericks.
The UVic Valkyries against the Calgary Mavericks. I'm your host, Wyatt, and this is my partner.
Hi, I'm Thomas Raymond, and we're out here to just see a really great matchup.
What exactly are we watching, Thomas?
Well, we're watching Quidditch. Now,
Quidditch.
not the traditional flying Quidditch. This is ground Quidditch.
Really, how does that work now?
Ground Quidditch happens on the ground rather than in the air, as the name would suggest. But we simulate the conditions of that in the Harry Potter book to best have fun and play competitive.
That's right.
league.
So if you're watching now for the first time, we can see the two teams lining up. We have UVic in blue, Calgary in white. And
Yes.
the four balls you see in the middle are a deflated volleyball and 3 dodgeballs. The dodgeballs are the bludgers,
Yes.
and the volleyball is the quaffle, which lets you score.
Oh,
And
it
we'll
looks
keep
like we're
explaining
about
this.
to go.
We'll keep explaining this as the game goes on.
Right now, the ref is saying that the brooms are down and asking the teams if they are ready. Soon he will call brooms up and the game will begin.
So
Let's-
when the game begins, what exactly are the players going for?
Well, you're going to see the chasers in the white headbands go for the volleyball or the quaffle, and the chasers in the black headbands go for the bludgers.
Those are the beaters. Oh, and we see, and they are off. Oh, and a kick,
It looks
and
like it's a
Calgary
kick, but a
actually
quick
wins
beat.
it.
Oh, the beat's
Oh,
not called.
And
He
a
puts
point
it in.
right away. Oh, and they are calling it no goal?
Yeah, no
No
goal.
goal
That was a
because
beat
he was
before
beat.
the throw.
Because you see the people in the black headbands, when they have the
Yes.
dodgeballs, they can throw them at the chasers.
Yes.
And if they're
this is
able to
true.
hit them, then they have to drop their brooms and go back. It's, again, simulating. Fantastic goal. Driving in by UVic.
by
the UVic
player
keeper.
number 4,
By Morgan.
Morgan.
A fantastic drive by the keeper, Morgan.
Yeah, he hustled back on D as he
Giving a
is the
great
keeper.
10-point lead for the UVic Valkyries.
Yeah, 10 points for every goal and 30 points for the snitch catch at the end.
So
I'll see you then.
we can see they're approaching very, very slowly. And you can see the person with the green headband was actually advancing there. Thomas, why is the green headband important?
The green headband differentiates the keeper from the rest of the seeker.
Oh, I'm going to pause you right there. That was a risky play.
Risky.
And it was actually a turnover to UVic.
Yeah. You know what? Sometimes you got to make those long passes because you're out of options, and sometimes they just don't work out. And I think that's you could say that about anything in life, really.
Thank you for your philosophy. As we can see, there's a bit of pressure, and now the UVic chaser is driving in because there's no
Chaser's
beater.
driving in. The beater beats him, real easy beat, and the ball is turned over.
It's a risky play driving in when there are beaters.
Yeah, you can expect that from the UVic Valkyries. They're really trying to sneak up on the Calgary Mavericks by surprise.
They're really going for a lot of driving and aggressive plays, but Calgary is known for their excellent beater play.
Yes, this is true. You can see them playing a very offensive game
Number
as the beaters
45.
drop behind. Number 45 advances with the quaffle. He
Colin.
is Colin Crow.
Colin Crow advances with the quaffle. The keeper has it, and he's being challenged by the beater, but he's able to get through. Oh, a quick beat at the end, and a block by the UVic keeper.
Yeah, that's a good
Fantastic
block.
job. So the UVic, the keeper in the game, actually has a few more abilities around the net area. He's actually able to put his hands through the net to block it,
Yeah.
unlike anyone else.
Why? How important is the keeper play to the overall game?
Well, the keeper is different than like a goalie in soccer, because you can see the keeper was just advancing with it just now, because the keeper is also sort of like a point guard or a ball handler in
So would
this.
you say he plays a little bit of like the centerman role from hockey, as he plays a little bit of offense and a little bit of
Little-
defense?
And we can see they're driving from
little
behind.
bit rock and roll, a little bit of
Oh,
old school. That's how it works.
barely a beat. I didn't. And the ball was turned over to the U Calgary keeper.
Looks like the game resets, continuing no goals.
No goals, unfortunately. Leaving a 1-0 lead, is it? 10
Yeah,
nothing?
it's still
10-0 lead for
10-0
UVic.
lead. Yeah. The game's pretty slow, going back and forth in the middle area. Lots
There's
of quick drives being exchanged.
We can see very aggressive play from the beaters in the middle there.
Yeah. Oh, it's another quick drive. 21 from UVic. Passes it over to their keeper.
A very nice tackle, because you can see when you get the tackles, even if you don't bring them to the ground, it does force them to pass it out, and it's not always accurate.
Yeah, that was a very risky play by that Calgary
Oh, the
beater
UVic
there.
is driving even though there's a beater. Oh, and he passes to the back. Interesting choice.
Oh, I would concur with that thought.
You can see the
No, you can see he
number 77
he
is
looks a little bit
dodging
like a fish out
around.
of water. He had some trouble getting through there and ended up in a turnover.
But it does happen. Sometimes the plays aren't always as clear-cut as that.
Mm-hmm. You can see the players on the bench are really trying to keep dry. It looks like UVic is huddled together for warmth, which is good. You gotta stay warm on the bench.
So Thomas,
changes
you
come
know
quick.
you know a bit about beating, right?
I do know a little bit about beating.
So can you tell me what just happened there? They both beat each other.
Yeah, so that's just a simultaneous beat. They're going to be both sent back to their hoops. And then hopefully you can count on your partner and you can trust him to pick up the loose ball. That being said, you know, he might be more focused on a different aspect of the game and just try and keep
So
your
it's
hoops
definitely
safe.
got to be careful.
Yeah, I would say beating is a position that you got to really be thinking about. Chasing, you know, you're
We can
trying
see
to
the UVic
score.
chaser is going for the back, looking for the pass,
and
is
it's
not
there
able to get it,
past the soft
unfortunately.
boundary. Tell me a little bit about the two separate boundaries.
So there are
Did they
two-
just have
there
extra
are-
paint?
Yeah, they did. That's the reason for it.
No,
No,
I actually think that it's a hard boundary on the outside where spectators can't pass, and a soft boundary in the middle that's used for
more
changes
general gameplay.
and general gameplay. Yeah.
Usually the balls are not trying to get past the soft boundary. And a ball that goes past the hard boundary will be a turnover.
Yes.
So my favorite part of Quidditch, when I read it in the books, watched in the movies, was the snitch. Can you tell me more about what happens with that?
Well, let's save that till minute 17 when the snitch
minute
is released.
17, I'll have to remember that. Thank you very much,
You remind me
Thomas.
then.
I will.
I'm waiting for you.
We can see
Waiting
the
for you over minute
UVic keeper
17.
is advancing slowly with the quaffle.
Yes, he is. Yeah. Okay.
Number 10, Patrick McManus advances slowly, able to avoid the beat and spin out of a tackle. Very fantastic
Good for
play.
him. He's rocking
Goes in.
around. Oh, tries to reset, but
Pass
it looks like a
around.
play almost out of the soft boundary. It's a kick. How many times can you kick it before it's
You
illegal?
can kick it once before it's illegal.
That is
Thomas.
right. If you kick it twice, you're not playing Quidditch anymore. You're playing soccer.
Ooh, a wild and risky shot. Sometimes those goes in. Sometimes
Mhm.
it doesn't. It's a risk you got to take sometimes.
Tell me about everybody in stripes, because it looks like we're herding zebras. What's going on?
Those are referees, Thomas.
Yes, they are. And tell me about the different referees.
Well, there are several referees in a game of Quidditch.
Many.
You have the head ref,
Yes.
who is the leader of the group. Assistant refs, who kind of are the eyes of the head ref. They help
Yes,
see
the
the plays that
alpha
are going
ref.
on. And we have goal refs on either side
Mm-hmm.
that supervise the goals,
Yeah.
which we might actually see come into play as the UVic keeper comes into
Uh-huh.
another throw. UVic is really going for those long passes to the back, aren't they? Oh,
It looks like 17 was beat and he wasn't called, so that's when the little hanger-on refs will let him know, as they're the eyes and ears of the main ref while he follows the main game.
you're right.
But that's the name of the game. Everyone's moving around, everyone's going wild, and you know,
It is
you
a
can't
turnover
watch
to
the whole
U
thing.
Calgary.
Mm-hmm.
Advancing up very slowly. A pass. Ooh, a bit overshot, unfortunately.
Pass out. That's overshot.
Let's see if they can get back, because you can still play from behind.
That's a quick beat on the beater at the back. Ball is turned over. Keeper gets it in the zone, and it's another
Oh.
beat. Calgary Maverick chase is
Calgary
going wild.
still has the quaffle.
Calgary still has the quaffle.
Oh,
Reset
a
to the
beautiful
middle.
pass
That's
and
a
a
quick in. That's an
beautiful
alley-oop.
shot.
Ah!
Beautiful goal. Fantastic goal by UCal there. Can you tell me about why that was just so great?
Well, you can see why it was so great, because the beater did a very unconventional thing. He came up and rushed the play, which you don't see a lot, as most beaters play.
Yeah, I totally agree, Thomas. They did a fantastic thing there.
Yeah.
Dodging around and being able to just slam dunk it in.
Oh yeah, real good dunk. That's I think that's the coolest goal in my opinion, is being able to
I
dunk.
quite agree. Oh, ooh, a bit of a risky shot there, because I thought they might have been going for a pass, but there was nobody there.
No.
So I guess it was just a risky shot.
No, he was leading the charge and had nowhere to go. All right, we see UVic coming back with the quaffle. We got a beater up with him. Oh,
Ooh,
wraps
that
another
was
beater.
a bit of a risky play.
Mhm.
Because tell me why that was risky, Thomas. Why that particular tackle of trying to get at the ball was a bit risky.
I'm gonna say it was risky because well, one, the beater lost possession of the ball, and 2,
Ooh, very nice
they didn't
goal
have
by
a very
UVic.
clean shot. That was a nice goal. Thank you.
Well, we might have been seeing a different tackle, but when when the Calgary Chaser went for it,
Yeah.
it was kind of from behind the back.
Yeah.
It wasn't quite, but it was risky.
Mhm.
Why is that risky, Thomas? Why is approaching from behind a bit risky?
Well, in this this here sport of Quidditch, although it is a contact sport, there's quite a lot of rules.
Involving the contact?
You get a 180 plane spanning from your belly button, and if you advance at anything more than that,
Ooh, a fantastic goal by you, Calgary.
yeah. No, if you advance by anything from the back or behind the belly button, essentially, that's no good.
That's very true, Thomas. We can see here that play has not stopped.
Yeah, this
The
is
UVic keeper was just-
veteran keeper. What's his name?
1337.
Nathan.
Julian.
Julian is
Cowden.
coming up with it along the outside. Oh, good beat. No beater
Oh, a
situation.
very nice run.
And
A
he puts
very
it in
nice
the net.
goal.
Great work.
So they chose to drive there because it was a no-beater situation. Can
Yes.
you tell me more about what that means?
I'll tell you more about what I mean, but let's watch a little gameplay. Let's just see
for
how they
sure.
interact with
Let's
each
just
other.
see how this is going.
That's a reset. Pass across a 33. 33 coming out of the zone.
Oh,
33
a
gets
very
wrapped by
nice tackle is
96.
wrapped up. When you get
resets
wrapped
it
up,
back to
you can see
44.
it's even if they don't get taken down, it's very hard to pass out
He's
of that,
coming in.
right?
That's a good dodge. He slips. What's going on? He
Ooh.
turtles around the ball, and that's a quick beat. Turnover to number 4 keeper, and he's coming up the wing.
Oh, are they going to do a fast break? They're fast breaking. There's no bludgers over there, so they're able to run and hope for. It slips, unfortunately.
As
but
you
they
can
are
tell,
able to
conditions are
just-
not ideal. We got slippery conditions, but look at that.
Ooh,
He
very
still is able to
nice
come in.
finish.
That's a quick reset, and they're coming up the wing.
Because the beaters, as we know in this game, are the main aspect of defense. And when the beaters aren't there, it's so easy to just drive in there and score.
Yeah,
That's why
this
the beater
is
gameplay is
true.
so important, even though they themselves can't get
No,
goals.
you can see a lot of teams don't take advantage of those tackling rules, and they rely on their beaters for most of their physical play.
What's going on here? We can see who has the quaffle.
Quaffle's coming up with number
44. They have it, and they are going. Oh, a
They're
very
going
nice
to
pass.
33,
Very
33.
nice.
Oh,
Unfortunately, just off the rim. A lot of teams do favor to do, especially in these conditions where the ball is a bit slippery. They will favor slam dunks over just wild shots, right?
Yeah. Well, especially in the wet conditions, what happens to a wet ball when you try to throw it?
Well, it's very hard to pick up, and a lot of people in this kind of condition will have to scoop under the ball to get to it, won't they?
Yeah, it's like putting butter on corn without a knife.
Fantastic analogy, Thomas. Oh, a very long pass across. It's across to the keeper.
Yeah. You can see UVic is advancing it up. Keeper's
advances
taking
slowly.
it to the left side of the
they're
pitch.
being a bit pressured here by number 44 in Calgary.
Oh.
A pass, but unfortunately is just beat. Oh, very
Calgary,
aggressive play.
You can see the arm goes up
They
right
can
there
stop him.
because of the charge.
Very, very aggressive charging there. Because very aggressive play is frowned upon, and you can't get called out for that.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
the reason he's getting called is because he came in and he dropped that shoulder, which isn't good.
Right.
Especially as both of them didn't have a ball. You have to advance and get in front of them before you're allowed to initiate that contact.
It's true. There's a lot of rules, like you were saying, involving the contact. You can't hit someone who doesn't have the ball.
Yeah.
Hitting a defenseless chaser. It's very frowned upon. So we're going to wait and see what the call is here.
Let's talk a little bit about the weather. Today it's not ideal.
It is overcast skies.
Yeah,
Bit of
overcast
rain.
skies, quite humid. Oh, what is the ref doing? He just put a yellow card up.
Ooh, what does that mean?
A yellow card means he's escorted to the penalty box where he serves a 1-minute sentence unless they score a goal. And
What happens if they score a goal?
well, if they score a goal, he's released. And then if during this game he gets another yellow card, the card is upgraded to a red card, and he
that's
is
not good.
ejected.
So it's a bit like soccer. How do the cards differentiate from soccer, though? Is there another card maybe?
I don't know anything about soccer.
Okay, well, there's actually a third card. There's a third card in this game called a blue card. And do you know what the difference between a blue card and a yellow card is?
One is a technical penalty, where the other one is a gameplay penalty.
Right. But in terms of penalty of what happens to you if you get one, what happens to a blue card?
A blue card, you're allowed to stay on the pitch, and no.
No, you're still taking off.
Yeah, the blue card you're taking off.
But it doesn't
and
count towards your red card.
Yeah.
Which is nice to have sometimes.
Uh-huh.
You see
Plus,
44 is driving in.
Blue is a
Ooh,
nicer color than
bit of an
yellow or
overshot.
red, so that's
That is
that's
a
plus.
subjective opinion. That is very subjective. We can see. I can't quite see what's going on with the quaffle.
Well, it's been reset twice now.
Reset twice. Ooh,
oh, but
very
a quick
nice beat.
Sneaky
And
beat by Calgary. Unfortunately,
Calgary's
because of the
UVic
two
is
bludger
actually
situations,
able to get
he
the
pulls it
quaffle.
back
Very,
and he's
very
back
nice.
in the keeper's zone.
Oh,
Good, safe play.
fantastic reset. Fantastic getting possession of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Well done by UVic. We can see they're trying to push. Calgary is playing very, very aggressive defense.
Calgary's beaters are known for their aggressiveness.
Oh,
and a
wrap
tackle
and a tackle.
there.
Ooh, releases
No.
and is beat.
All right, number 10 gets it. Number 10 is heading
UVic
up.
is
UVic pressuring up.
We can see that number 41 does have a bludger, so the UVic chaser is afraid to just drive in there at fear of getting beat.
Yeah. You can see the slippery balls as the chaser drops it for almost no reason. Quick reset, and it looks like the chasers are going to lay off for a little second.
Slippery balls is a problem in these conditions. Oh, a very doesn't quite get it in.
You can see those passes that UVic is making are just not quite connecting, and that could be a reason for some of the chaos out here we see today. Isn't that right, Ryan?
That is true, and what I actually noticed, there is a call.
We'll wait in anticipation as the call comes.
But I want to tell you about what happened with that play just now. We saw that the UVic chaser had a lot of trouble driving in there because the University of Calgary team had two bludgers on the defense at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a term for that? Like, what would that be?
Well, it has several terms.
Okay.
You could call it having two bludgers. You could call it having bludger supremacy, which, of course, comes from the word superior, meaning you have more than the inferior team with less.
Thank you. Thank you for language etymology with Thomas here.
Yeah, we can see the refs are discussing. This happens a lot. Stoppage of play can really affect the attitude that those players have. It's hard to stay in that headspace that an athlete has to stay in to perform at their peak. It's
very, very true. And but a lot of people will use that for strategy, such as strategic calling of timeouts, which was actually just added this year in the Canada League.
Well, you don't
timeouts
say.
are new as of this year.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime before the 16th minute, the team captains are allowed to call a timeout.
Mm-hmm. And we'll get back to that more around the 16th minute when the snitch comes in and has a little fun with the whole game.
Please stay tuned, but first a word from our sponsors. All right, we're back. We're still waiting on the call here. We're not quite sure what happened.
Mm-hmm.
The head ref, Austin, is discussing with his assistant refs to see, no card.
No card. There was an illegal interaction with the play.
So what exactly does that mean, Thomas? What would that call be?
Well, he just called it out. It's an illegal interaction of the play on UVic chaser number 10. It's a red card because of the yellow card that he got earlier.
Very true. And for you viewers at home, an illegal interaction of the play is when you interact with the play in an illegal way.
And for you viewers not at home, same thing. Yeah. So because of the red card, he's sent out of the game. He's not allowed to return. And it only lasts one game. That's it. That's all. That's what happens.
So are they able to play later on in the tournament?
Yeah, they will be able to rejoin them at the next game.
That's fantastic because we are actually here at a tournament today. This isn't just any spin-off game. This is the regional Western Canadian Championships here, where we have 5-6 teams all vying for supremacy. There's that word, supremacy again.
Spanning over 2 days, we'll see some of the finest Quidditch athletes in Western Canada
vying for supremacy.
For the single title of Western Regional Champion.
Right. And how are these teams? These teams are pretty evenly matched.
I would say that the competition here is some of the best competition we've seen in the last 10 years.
Definitely.
The sport is really coming into its own, seeing a lot of outside funding and a lot of people taking it more seriously than it used to be.
Yeah, definitely. Which is really, really great to see, and hopefully we can see more of that in the future.
Yeah, you can see how as it gets this late in the game, people are really getting affected by the difference in scores, by the way the play stops for so long, and let's hope that the ref can get it going here.
Which does happen from time to time, major stoppage of play, but I'm glad that we can see it get back in action again.
You can see Calgary team is keeping the bludger supremacy, and they're moving up, passing it back and forth between number 11 and number 13.
Right. Waiting for the bludgers to sub in. Because it's really hard to advance without a bludger guarding you, because the bludgers do make up so much of the gameplay here.
Yeah.
You see the number 13 drives in, takes the shot, isn't quite able to make it.
No, and she is sent back.
The UVic keeper gets the ball, advancing slowly, perhaps wearing off. Do they still have a timeout there? Are they still in the penalty box?
Yeah. You can see one UVic athlete still waiting in the penalty box. The other one, number 10, just hanging out because of his red card and unable to return.
Well, ooh, very nice tackle by the
good tackle by
Calgary.
number 3 from
Able
number
to
13
almost bring
from
them
Calgary.
to the ground.
Number 21 comes around and no
very
beater
aggressive
situation.
driving.
Unfortunately,
retreats back. Ooh.
Oh,
is unfortunately
he is beat.
very close because you are
taken
actually
out of
able
the soft
to block.
boundary.
You are able to block the bludger with the quaffle.
Yes,
Not an easy thing to do.
But if it touches you anywhere, you are quickly beaten and.
But
taken right
is it
back
just
to your
you
hoops.
that it has to touch, or are there other places? Maybe what if it touches your broom?
Yeah, no, you're beat too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very strict beating rules.
Very strict beating rules.
We can see you Calgary is advancing with the quaffle, is challenged by number 17.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, the you Calgary beaters.
Yeah,
are able
they
to,
set up a beautiful no beater situation.
Able to.
It's
it's
too bad that their
unfortunately not
chasers
able
aren't
to
allowed to
make that.
capitalize on it.
Very unfortunate because
and UVic picks up another beater, bringing.
those no beater situations are
you
so
can see
rare.
how the slippery ball really affects everything. As that's a beautiful pass, but they're unable
Wow.
to capitalize. As they're unable
They're just
to catch.
unable to finish.
Mm-hmm. No, if they were Scandinavian countries, you'd see some Swedish, but not a lot of Finnish. As they're making good plays, but they're not ending.
You are less funny than you think you are, Thomas.
Thank
All
you
right,
very much.
what we saw there was a no beater situation created where there were no beaters on the UVic team with bludgers, right?
Yeah, and this makes the Chasers pretty much invincible as they can't go back to the
why it
hoops, so
was-
they just press up and try to put
That's
that
why it
in
was
the
so
net.
unfortunate they weren't able to score there, right?
You can see the weather conditions really affecting the game here. Everyone's slipping and sliding.
The
and-
UVic makes a pass. Wow, like a goldfish on a tree. I don't need to explain that metaphor, do I?
No, I know exactly what you mean, and so does everyone else.
Ooh, a very
It's
aggressive,
another
a bit of
stoppage in
aggressive
play. We'll have to see how the refs
what
deal
happened
with this.
right
Let's
after a
hope they,
word from our sponsors.
And we're back. Stoppage in play is still coming on. You can see the call. Looks like it's a keeper-on-keeper call.
Ooh, very interesting. So you see the keeper has to actually give his headband to somebody else.
As you always need a
Because you
keeper.
always need to have a keeper on the field.
Looks like the keeper's going to serve 1 minute in the box for a yellow card, and we'll see what UVic tries to do with this man down situation the other team is facing.
It's a difficult situation to be in because there are a lot of plays you can do when you have that extra person advantage, right? You can go behind the net, you have to leave somebody open. Because usually when you do play, you'll have to leave someone open regardless, but having two open passes is very, very hard to deal with.
Yeah, you can see there's a
drive.
double beat,
A drive,
is,
but
he's
fantastic
blocked. It's a good
defense by
pass
number
out to
11.
The wing brings it up. And it's turned over to Calgary,
not able
unfortunately.
to finish it.
Now Calgary's just going to try to get these minutes over and done with as they sit there and wait. Oh, it's another stoppage in play.
Call. But that call wasn't made right away. Oh, it's a timeout.
Oh, it's a timeout. You can see that this is happening before minute 16, and we are getting excited as we wait for the snitch to come on. This is a perfect opportunity to do a little education. Wyatt, tell us about the snitch.
The snitch is a person who
Yes.
dresses in yellow with yellow pants and a tennis ball attached to their bottom.
Now, why is the snitch yellow?
The snitch is yellow. It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor thing because the sun is yellow, and we all gain so much light from the sun, and we all gain so much light when the snitch comes on the field.
I also think it just has to do with the movie, as we all know it, the Golden Snitch from Harry Potter. So
I think
yellow's pretty close to gold.
I think you're looking a bit too far into it.
Yeah. So what does the snitch do, and how does the snitch work?
Runs around. As we know in the books and movies, the snitch will fly around and refuse to get caught. What we have here is a snitch with a person similar to flag football with a ball attached to their bottom. And two seekers will come on the field and try to take that ball off of their bottom, a problem I've had before a lot. And the snitch is able to aggressively defend themselves.
Yeah,
from the three players.
If we're looking at the rules, the snitch is allowed to do almost anything to a seeker, whereas the seeker is not allowed to do much to the snitch. They're trying to reach around,
to do anything except for grabbing
underneath.
the neck, I think. They
Yeah,
can't
the
grab
snitch
the neck,
can't grab the neck.
but aside from that, they can do almost anything.
You'll see some snitches grab brooms, throw people. They'll grab other people and put them in front. You know, the snitch. It really all depends on their strategy and what they decide to do.
The snitch has a great time playing. We can see the gameplay is about to be resumed. The timeout's almost over. Oh,
And there it is, game back on.
Game is back on. Number 11 is advancing slowly
You can see
because they're trying to
UVic
sub.
holding Bludger supremacy, and
Very
Calgary
aggressive
just
defense.
trying to kill this time on the penalty. They're passing it back and forth, playing a really conservative game. Good spin there by number 11. Number 11
And UVic is really
back.
pushing hard because they want to make good use of this penalty, but they're not able to do so because UCal does have such a good possession.
Oh, Calgary trying to take both Bludgers.
Is successful? Or is
no,
not?
she doesn't seem that successful.
UVic is still having possession of both.
Oh,
Bludgers.
she loses her headband. She has to put the headband on right away before she can continue playing.
Oh, Calgary is still able to get the ball. Oh.
Calgary is doing a great
They
job.
are resetting back, just
off.
killing. They're not going to attack. They're not being very aggressive because they are just trying to wait this out. You can see, the UVic chaser is attacking from behind, trying to get that kind of sneak attack on there. But again, it's a very risky play because you do risk the contact from behind penalty, which is not allowed and not okay. Ooh, a very nice pass. It unfortunately is fumbled. Ooh.
Oh, you can see him slipping there again.
Slipping like a cat on a whale.
That would be a very slippery surface.
That would be a very slippery
surface.
surface. I think it's a very apt metaphor.
So, tell us a little bit about both teams.
Well,
both teams, very old teams.
Thousands of years. These thousands of years old.
No, I would say just about 5 or 6 years old. Some of these teams, pretty fresh. But I mean, considering that Quidditch is not a very old sport, there are some pretty veteran teams here coming in with some strategies that have been employed for many years.
Thousands of years.
Not thousands.
I think it was thousands.
All right, so it's another stoppage and play. It looks like the ref is throwing up a blue card as
that means the player will be taken off the field for a penalty, but they will not. That will not be counted towards the yellow card total.
Yeah, it was just a technical call. The ball will be brought into the soft boundary, which is the second circular line. You can see there.
You're actually able to get as many blue cards as you want, and still be in the game.
Some people collect them.
Some people collect them. It's true. I myself have a collection of 40. I have a limited edition one.
Good
it's
for
very,
you.
very nice. I'm very proud of it. I don't. That was a lie.
All right, the play is back on. You can see Calgary's rushing up. They're trying to sneak somebody in behind so that number 30 has some time to kill. Oh, number 30 is able to dodge a beat, creating a no-beater situation.
Nice. He goes in, he goes in.
Oh, unfortunately, he's brought down.
Fantastic tackle by the
keeper. Ball up to number 44. Number 44 is running, but UVic is playing a very physical game. Being able to knock the ball out. Oh, and turn around quick with another quick rush coming up.
Very nice defense by UVic. I think we can agree on that.
Oh, absolutely. Especially to kill off a no-beater situation like that is incredible.
Very nice playing. And I hope we can see more of that in the coming. Oh, and we can see. The snitch is on.
The snitch is on the field.
Two seekers.
You can see it's that tall guy in the yellow shirt with that snitch tail. That snitch tail is what the snitches are trying to get.
How many points is that worth?
That is worth 30 points and ends the game.
That's not worth 150. That's a bit different than the books.
It is a bit different than the books, and so is the rest of the sport, as we are not in the air. We are on the ground. And
very
we have no
true
magic.
statement, Thomas. Oh, we can see the snitch has fallen over, which will mean that the snitch will get a chance to reset himself.
He gets
and
3 seconds before they're allowed to advance. You can see Calgary Seeker is coming in very hard and strong.
Well, how do you know he's a seeker?
You know he's a seeker by the headband. That's how you identify the different positions on the field.
We didn't
His
clarify
yellow
the yellow one yet.
headband is matching the yellow snitch.
Right, that makes sense. We can see they are wrestling for it. And as we can see, the snitch is playing very, very aggressively. Ooh!
Oh,
he is able to catch
you
it,
can see
but
there
I guess
is a catch,
we will
but
find out
we'll
if it's
have to
good
wait.
or not. He was on the ground. The snitch was on the ground when it happened, so we won't know whether that was a legal catch or not.
It looks like the catch is illegal. They're resetting it without even consulting the head ref, and they will continue the game.
Ooh.
You can,
but as you can see,
periodically you can hear the teams yelling out different words. Those words will signify plays. Teams have a specific playbook and set of attacks that they set up in advance and try to run to bamboozle the other's defense.
Bamboozle. Fantastic vocabulary, Thomas.
I appreciate it.
I'm very proud of you.
I did attend school.
I wish I did.
Unfortunately, you can
a very
see
nice
UVic.
block by the number 44.
Oh, and there's a catch. We'll have to wait and see if it's good. The game is blown down, and they have a little meeting where the refs and the snitch talk about whether the catch is good or not.
And it does seem like they're going to talk this one over, so this might be a legal catch, and this might be the end of the game. We'll have to find out.
There's several ways that the catch can be illegal. If the seeker is caught manipulating the snitch by grabbing them or pushing them, that makes the catch illegal.
To what extent are you allowed to manipulate this finish? Like, what
You
can
are
do
allowed
as a
to
seeker?
brush their hands off you, but that's about it.
Oh.
If you manipulate the shorts at all, or if you come at them from the neck or above the shoulders, that is also an illegal catch.
So not a
so
whole lot
we'll
of
have
options.
to see how it goes, and it looks
We
like
see
the
that
catch is
a good catch. UVic actually seems to take the win in this one.
They will take the win in this one. Very excited
which
about
I believe
that.
was an unexpected victory.
Yeah,
That was an underdog victory.
UVic is a team that does not have a lot of victories, and it looks like our time here is up. Thank you very much for tuning into the live
so much for
stream.
tuning in. I was Wyatt.
I was Thomas Raymond,
Thank you.
at Tom Raymond on Instagram. Thank
Follow
you very
me on
much.
SoundCloud. Thank you very
All
much.
right,
Have a
see
great
you guys.
day.
Have a great day.